Hey, what's up, guys? So we had the FOMC meeting today, and we got the 25-point basis rate hike, which the market kind of expected. That was the popular or most likely rate hike that we would see, and we got it. So I believe personally that because it was a neutral rate hike, although Powell's language was, I'd say, rather hawkish, he did insist that they're going to continue to fight inflation. But with the rate hike, I think it's more of a neutral hike. So therefore, I think this trend that we've been in since November, which is up, will likely continue. I believe that's the path that we should expect. This is the trend. We didn't have a rate hike of 50 points. We didn't have no rate hikes. We didn't have a pivot. We just had a neutral rate hike. So if we were in a downtrend like this and we got the rate hike that we expected, then I would just expect a continuation of the trend. But we're in an uptrend now, so we're seeing a continuation of the trend. That's what I'm going to expect. So in the last video I discussed, I don't know where the price was. I think it was around 26K or something. It was about 4 days ago. And I discussed that we would likely test this area and we would find out whether or not we're going to break through it or not. And I would say right now, we still haven't really decided. But let's say if we don't get through this, if we are getting rejected here, you can make a case that we are, then I would expect a pullback down to the breakout range, which was around 25.5K. It wouldn't really surprise me if we got something even lower on a wick, maybe even down here, down to 24K, and then a recovery. But I most likely am expecting something along the lines of this, a bounce, and then a breakthrough. And I think we could go as high as 32K. And if we get there, we'll see where it goes after. So I'm going to show you the 3-day super trend because I believe that should have risen up the floor. And it did. It's now at 21.5K. So prior to this, when it flashed green on the last candle, it was at 20K, but we saw new higher prices, which we typically see on these trend changes. We didn't see it on this red one. But normally when we have a green or red flash, it leads to higher prices, which we saw right here. We saw new annual high prices today. I believe it almost hit 29K. The 3-day MACD, we're going to go to that. That crossed the same day, same thing. The MACD, you can look back historically over, the past year and a half, 2 years. Every single time it's crossed, it's led to new prices, new higher prices or lower prices. So that's been a consistent indicator. This is the 4-hour time frame. This is the same thing. It's just more zoomed in. We got to hold this. This is where it bounced around 26.5K. The RSI reset over here. Look over here. Went lower than the prior low. And then over here, it's higher. It got higher low. So the RSI, I think we might see another bounce here. And then we'll see what happens. We'll see if this holds as support. If it doesn't, then I would expect it to drop down here, like I said earlier. And this is just the big picture again. Same thing. Drop down here. We're kind of just in between this range right now. But the trend is your friend till the end. And right now, the trend is up.